Okay, this is the guys are at lunch. Halfway through, this is what's going on. So I'm just able to do a midway walkthrough. This is repairs of the house. This still needs to be finalized. I haven't had a strong rainstorm to be able to see if this area outside here that I really gooped up is still leaking or not up in the valley up there. But obviously all of this front and this fascia needs to be replaced. That repaired with another little beam, simulated beam, new fascia, new siding, new fascia, new siding, soffit, everything all the way through here. Probably need to do some kind of support there, but I had to do a new apron in order to get a new garage door because the leak up here caused the wall to fail. But the door was about 750 pounds anyway. This is a brand new garage door. Same opener though. So this is, ceiling needs to be repaired as well. This back door needs to be replaced because they didn't have guttering on this back of the garage. And it flooded in here and destroyed the bottom of the door. And I have since this summer, I had gutters added all around the house. This guttering added, but this wasn't fixed. So I couldn't get the guttering people to get back out here for some reason. And I repaired this drain line. I haven't had a good rain to view it and then cover it. And that ties into what was already here, the guttering, but I replaced it. It was hanging down really bad, not doing a very good job at all. So this should be now, today, the obvious is that the floor was moving, the wall's been doing some stuff, and I have them putting piers on this side of the house. It's showing that things are starting to shift and starting to move, starting to shift down this way. And I'm having them put piers underneath this location and this location in the wall. Underneath the foundation. And pier back here to keep this from walking away, because you can see by the cracks in the mortar, it's trying to move left. I can see it from even what just looked at in this whole movement of this whole ground. In this patio, I am going to have built in. I'm going to have a wall built all the way out here to this and secure all this up and make this interior. Put a new floor that I don't see how much I can tie it into the living room floor, but that wall has been exposed at the ground base to insects and things. It needs to come out. All of this needs to be built in. That will shore this up, because this, they put 2 helical piers here, but we were going to lift it, but it's on mortar. It's not even on concrete. I guess it's on underneath this concrete footing. It's just some mortar. So down there, I'm not watching my phone, I'm looking at things. So he said he couldn't lift it, but he could stabilize it. So at least it's stabilized. And this, and I'm going to have somebody build this in when this whole thing is fixed. fixed, it looks like. See, and the thing is, you can't, that soldier brick up there, that top brick's moved out of the way. It started to create this gap, which pretty much goes all the way up. You can see how it was pulling away, and it needed to be supported. Now that's going to be at least stabilized where it can't move, then I want to come back through here. I want to build this in. I want to just stabilize this entire structure by putting a wall underneath it, 2 walls, and making this interior. And that'll be nice. New siding here. All of this is what it is. And I don't have any cracks on the inside of the house. The guy was almost like, oh, so we're just stabilizing that, because he was wondering where to look inside to see as he lifted the house. But I apparently have, here I just had new gutters put on this entire run a couple of months ago. But it could be that I'm doing a little overkill and having piers put in over here. Not to keep this from walking away. This has to be stabilized, and it's just the fact that these other walls, although there's not cracks yet, I've seen movement since I've been here, and I'm not gonna take the chance. This is a $6,000 precaution, essentially. This isn't a precaution, more or less. This is necessary. Damage is not showing yet, but I'm not going to take a chance. And this, it is starting to show moving away here, and this must be stabilized. Now. And then now we're going to work, now that this is stabilized, work from this corner back into the house, repairing the patio, building it in, and into the living room floor. That door doesn't work very well, so I'm not sure what to be doing there, as it all ties in to I'm just filming and putting messages off of my screen, and that is inside bar area. In the living room area that's sunken, that is in line with the patio. So if this was built in, these doors probably be taken out, replaced with something that can be sealed and closed off and locked, but different than an outside type door. That wall, I almost want this wall removed, because I don't trust that bugs haven't gotten up in there, and we need to get that thing. That has always been exposed at the bottom to a raw patio. I don't want to get rid of that wall. Replace it inside and out. Make sure there's nothing going on up in here. So that's this. This living room floor has its series of cracks. If it was in a perfect situation, I could probably pour the whole floor here along with the patio at the same time. But that's a lot of labor getting this concrete out of here and then re-poured. Better off, I don't know. I'm learning as I go. But what started all of this is the movement, all of this gap that I've seen coming through on this wood floor. That I know, and I've learned that the interior floor, as it's shifting, is different than the stem walls. There's some serious gaps and stuff that's occurred in this flooring and continues to. But as the guy said, no, there's not any cracks on the inside walls that you need to look for. I don't know with these gaps, counters and stuff, and settling normally over 30 years time. one pier guy left. These guys originally left with only going to come back and do the column. And I asked for the column plus the 3 on this wall to be safe, just because there's movement. I've seen it, although it's not substantial and cracking the wall. It's a short wall and it just needs to be dealt with. That obviously needs to be stabilized. Now that this wall is being stabilized today, we can move and fix the patio and move back in this direction and consider, well, I'm going to have the plumbing scoped and repaired, the air conditioning boots, ducts repaired, and if things stop moving, stabilize, we'll redo the flooring. Now, after this is done, while we're waiting to see if things stabilize, I'll be able to come back through here. Our house needs to be upgraded in so many ways. You could just keep putting money into it, and even the doorways are narrower than regular doorways, and they're old 80s narrow doorways. This has to be fixed because it's got gaps in it, and I was able to easily found the water coming underneath the wall into my office. So this has been out of commission for a couple of months. Tore that out. So until we get past the winter and the cold coming in, then I'll knock all this tile out and retile this, maybe reconfigure in some way, because this is just a junk. Look at this area. It's just, this entire wall is a waste. So I'm thinking whoever helps me with the patio, building that in, can help me make sense of that. So that's the end of this particular video.